There are moments when a single sentence cuts through stigma, silence, and misunderstanding. And this week, Princess Kate delivered one of those rare moments. In a firm and deeply compassionate message marking Addiction Awareness Week, the Princess of Wales declared, "Addiction is not a choice." Her statement, clear, courageous, and grounded in empathy, immediately caught the attention of the entire country. For years, conversations around addiction have been clouded by judgment. People whisper. They assume. They blame. But Kate's words challenged those long-standing misconceptions head-on. She spoke not as a royal figure distant from real life, but as someone who sees addiction for what it truly is, a complex mental health condition, not a moral failing. In her message, she acknowledged a painful truth. Even now, in 2025, people's experience of addiction is shaped by fear, shame, and judgment. And then, firmly and openly, she said what so many have needed to hear. This needs to change. Kate encouraged families, workplaces, and communities to bring these difficult conversations out of the shadows. She urged people to reach out, to listen, and to show compassion, not criticism, toward those who are struggling. Because behind every statistic is a human being, and behind every struggle is someone who deserves understanding rather than silence. Her voice carries authority not only because she is Princess of Wales, but because she has spent years working closely with addiction recovery charities. As patron of the Forward Trust, her work has taken her into treatment centers, community programs, and conversations with families who have lived through the devastation addiction can cause. The Forward Trust is also behind the Taking Action on Addiction campaign, and it was Kate who launched the first Addiction Awareness Week back in 2021. She understands the magnitude of the issue, and the importance of speaking about it without shame. A new Ipsos survey released alongside her statement revealed just how widespread addiction truly is. 53% of adults said they have personal experience with addiction or know someone who does. 53%. That is half the country, yet millions still feel they must stay silent. The survey also found that people struggling with addiction feel deeply uncomfortable speaking to their employer, to their doctor, and even, in many cases, to their own families or partners. That isolation is exactly what Kate hopes to dismantle. Stigma allows addiction to thrive behind closed doors, she said. It impacts families and communities, and ultimately ruins lives. But she also offered something essential, hope. Recovery is hard, she acknowledged, but with the right treatment it is possible. And this begins with a conversation, a listening ear, and showing we care. Her message was echoed by Tony Adams, former England football captain and chairman of trustees at the Forward Trust. A recovered alcoholic himself, he released a video describing the moment he finally reached out for help, the moment he admitted, "I can't do this." His story stands as a powerful reminder that recovery begins with vulnerability, not perfection. Kate's statement, paired with the new data, paints a picture of a society beginning to shift. A society learning to replace judgment with understanding. A society recognizing that addiction does not discriminate, it touches people across age, class, and background. And in her calm, steady way, the Princess of Wales is helping lead that shift. Her role has always centered on building a healthier society from the earliest years, a mission that connects deeply to addiction awareness. Emotional security in childhood, supportive relationships, and safe environments play an enormous role in shaping long-term mental health. And by emphasizing this connection, Kate reminds us that if we want to break the cycle, we must start by nurturing the youngest among us. In speaking so clearly and compassionately, she has given a voice to millions who have felt unheard. She has brought light to a subject so often shrouded in darkness. And she has reminded families across the UK that no one has to face addiction alone. Because true leadership is not only about ceremonies and appearances. Sometimes, it's about standing up for the misunderstood. Sometimes, it's about telling the truth with kindness. And sometimes, it's about saying the words others cannot. Addiction is not a choice. With that one sentence, Princess Kate didn't just challenge a stigma. She helped rewrite the conversation.